First experience off-roading was probably when I was 11 or 12 on a snowmobile back in Pennsylvania with my cousin on his snowmobile that didn't have any brakes. It was about 20 years old and it was a Polaris snowmobile. And we just go blast it around the farm meadows in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So out of college, I was an accounting major. Took a role at a company called Ingersoll Rand, worked in their construction mining division, and then one day a recruiter called from Polaris. That was in 2004. Took the job in sales at Polaris, moved to Minnesota. Shortly after that, got involved with the side-by-sides. I started riding through work. They needed people to drive in videos and stuff like that. So any Ranger rodeo you saw from 2004 to 2007, hey, we're in the middle of filming something here. I'm on film right now. But back in 2005, man, that thing was a rocket, right? I mean, the old 800 with 52 horsepower and 50 inches wide, you felt like you were driving a trophy truck at that point. But it really did set the stage for, 11, 12 years later, what we're doing today. So one of the things we wanted to do when we were launching the RZR was go out and talk to guys who were making aftermarket parts for side-by-sides at the time. Got to ride in Texas in the mud, got to go to the Southwest and ride the dunes, but then ride the high desert and just fell in love with the lifestyle, and through that made some friends along the way. And one of those friends I actually started racing with. I was at a press event and we were launching the four-seat 900, and at the time a bunch of our competitors were trying to catch up to us, and just to poke a little fun, they said how fun would it be to take a suit, so to speak, or somebody behind a desk that's never raced before and put them in one of these race vehicles and have them go out and race a desert race. So it just so happened I was the one that they picked to go do that with very, very little experience, to be honest with you. I at the time, 300-400 miles in the desert, tops, all in. And then to go out and race, go out and start racing. And once that first flag dropped, man, it was like the best thing that's ever happened in my life. And I've been racing ever since. Earlier this year, the opportunity came up to transition from the off-road group at Polaris into running Trans-American Auto Parts, which is the obviously the owner of 4 Parts stores, and moving to California for me and my lifestyle, and the thought of maybe being around my kids a little bit more and still being able to race, we jumped at the opportunity. Still an officer at Polaris and massively in love with RZR and off-road vehicles at Polaris, but now taking on a new challenge of working in the Jeep and truck space, which I also have a lot of passion for. The team in Arizona right now is prepping the car, getting everything ready, getting the trucks ready. Randy and some folks here in California are building pit books and getting kind of what the pit schedule is going to be like. Keith's going to try to get the car out this weekend. Normally I would come to Phoenix and drive the car, but the timing is just not working out. So my next thing is I'm going to fly back to Minnesota on Friday morning, visit the family for a couple days, and then fly back to San Diego on Memorial Day, hop in a helicopter, and fly right into mile marker 30, where my team's going to be waiting, and Keith and I, my co-driver, are going to go out and run the first section of the course next week.
We will fuel the car 3 times in this race and a driver change once. RJ will take the second leg. RJ and Mitch Jr. will be his co-driver. They have younger eyes than us, so we'll let them do the night shift and we do the day shift.
There's something about the camaraderie and the teamwork that it takes to finish a 500-mile race. People don't realize that it's you and your navigator in the car, but there's literally 20. I'll have 25 guys down in the 500, and they will all be running around the desert trying to help Keith and I finish the race, and RJ and Mitchie, who are going to be in the car after me. And the satisfaction you get when all that stuff's done, you could be completely different human beings. You could be from completely opposite ends of the spectrum. But that's one thing you guys have all shared together, because not everybody in the world can say they finished the Baja 500. Not everybody in the world can say they finished the Mint 400. Not everybody in the world can say they finished the Baja 1000 or Vegas to Reno. These are things that special people and special groups of people have done together. And I remember finishing the race. It wasn't about winning. It was about, we got ourselves to the finish line. And that's something you share with those people for the rest of your life. A win at the Baja 500, it would be like winning the Super Bowl, the Stanley Cup, the NBA championship all in one, especially the 50th, right? I mean, it's going to be an historic race. There's going to be a list of characters who won it, and to be on that list would be incredible.